U.S. President Barack Obama ends his presidency with a gesture of mercy, commuting the prison sentence for Army Private Chelsea Manning. Instead of serving 35 years in prison for releasing American secrets, Chelsea, who was convicted as Bradley Manning, will serve only 7 years.
Let's be clear, Chelsea Manning has served a tough prison sentence.
Barack Obama took office promising to end the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He will leave office with the American military still engaged in both countries and in another, Syria. Obama promised direct military action by U.S. forces if chemical weapons were used in Syria. He never made good on that threat, a disappointment for some regional powers. Sending U.S. troops to Syria might have short-circuited the 2013 agreement to slow Iran's nuclear program in exchange for lifting international sanctions. 6 nations helped get that deal done, including the U.S. and China. 2 years later, what many consider another Obama foreign policy triumph.
We embrace our responsibility to do something about it.
The 2015 Paris Climate Agreement, spearheaded by China and the U.S., was the first comprehensive global agreement to reduce carbon emissions around the world. And in 2016, a dramatic thaw on one of the last Cold War frontiers. Obama restored diplomatic relations with Cuba, ending a standoff lasting more than 50 years. Another long stalemate soured relations, though, with a close U.S. ally. Israeli-U.S. relations got a lot more complicated. They were already frayed by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's support for more West Bank settlements and Obama's arguments that the settlements were an obstacle to peace with the Palestinians.
I've said this directly to Prime Minister Netanyahu. I've said it inside of Israel. I've said it to Palestinians as well. I don't see how this issue gets resolved in a way that maintains Israel as both Jewish and a democracy.
Obama also strained relations with an old adversary, orchestrating international sanctions against the Kremlin over Crimea and eastern Ukraine. Obama leaves office with Russia-U.S. relations colder than they've been for a long time.
It's fair to say that after President Putin came back into the presidency, that an escalating anti-American rhetoric and an approach to global affairs that seem to be premised on the idea that whatever America's trying to do must be bad for Russia, and so we want to try to counteract whatever they do.
Barack Obama will leave office with an approval rating of more than 60%. Just 3 other U.S. presidents had higher ratings when they left office. Meantime, the Trump transition has one of the lowest approval ratings of any U.S. president coming into the White House. Jessica Stone, CGTN, Washington.